Hi, today we want to talk about a nice, wise saying about a wise son makes a glad father, but a foolish son is the grief of his mother. That's a very wise saying. And why does a wise son make a glad father? Because a father always wants to see his child succeed in their relationships. And this is not only for a son, this is for a daughter too. This is for a child. A wise child makes a glad father, but a foolish child is the grief of his or her mother. At any rate, the father just wants to see the person do well. No problems, no financial problems, no health problems, no relationship problems, just have a happy life. But a foolish child is the grief of their mother. Why grief? Because the mother will cry. The mother will weep when she sees the results of the foolish actions of a child. So that way you can know whether a child is wise or whether a child is foolish by the effect it has on the parents. Let me remind you of a story that you probably already know about this man called Napoleon, who was the ruler of France for a long time. Now, I know that Napoleon has a reputation of being a very great and awesome man. Yes, he was awesome to a certain degree, but his mother would have nothing to do with it when he was coronated as the ruler of all France. His mother wanted nothing to do with it. Why? She was grieved because of his actions. Do you know Napoleon destroyed the lives of millions of people in order to rise to the top? His mother would have none of that. Now, history doesn't say much about his father, but when I went to France, into the museum, this was told to us. So, he, in the eyes of his mother, was a foolish son. And it didn't matter about all his riches, because in the end, he lost them all. So, that brings up another great saying, and that is, treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness delivers from death. So, these treasures of wickedness of Napoleon, they didn't really help him in the end. Let me tell you another story, okay? This is about my grandfather. When he was growing up, just a little boy, he loved to tell this story later in life, how he was being babysitted by his older brother, and he wanted to go swimming, but he knew his older brother probably wouldn't let him because his older brother didn't want him to go swimming. He thought it was too dangerous. But his friend wanted him to. His friend convinced him to go swimming. So he went to his brother and said, "Hey, can I go out for a while?" His brother said to him, "Where are you going?" And at that point, he was faced with a decision on whether to tell a lie or to tell him the truth. He decided he was going to tell him the truth and say, "Well, I'm going swimming." To his surprise, his brother said to him, "All right, go ahead." So he and his little friend went down to the river and they jumped in. He saw his friend get caught up in a swirl of water and be dragged down. This shocked him, so he ran over, he swam over, tried to grab him and help him, but then they were both caught in the swirl and were being pulled under. It was an amazing thing that just 5 minutes earlier, his brother got the idea to go down to the river to check on them. As soon as he got down to the river, he saw his younger brother dying along with his friend. He happened to be a strong swimmer, so he jumped in and saved them both. My grandfather told the story that convinced him to always tell the truth and never lie. So the saying is true. treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness delivers from death. Are you leading a wise life, making the people who are accountable for you happy? I know you are, because you have that wisdom, and you have the ability to make great decisions. You're a person with a strong foundation. You're a person who wants to do right, or you wouldn't be watching this. And as you follow this way of righteousness, you also will come into good. Good things will happen to you, and you'll be delivered from things that cause death in your life. You'll be rescued when you didn't even expect it. So keep on your righteous ways. I'll see you next time. My name's AJ. Have a great day.